So Derek Fisher came out and said that Nikola Jokic is as dominant as Shaq. It's just a different game, and everybody knows it. What do I think about what he said? I like Jokic a lot. I'll go on record and say that I think he's more everything that LeBron James ain't, as far as all around game and things like that. However, Derek Fisher, Shaquille O'Neal went to 6 finals. He won 4. Nikola Jokic has been to 1 finals. Now, if you include the Western Conference, I'm sure he lost the Lakers in the bubble, and I got to look on how many of those. But Shaq camped out in, he lost. They lost. I'm thinking, Eastern Conference Finals to the Bulls before he departed to LA. Um, and lost the Eastern Conference Finals. He went deep. You had to go through him during his peak and his prime. You had to go through Shaq in some form of capacity. I can't quite say that about Jokic. Yes, he's got the more league MVPs, and that's debatable because Shaq should have had about 4 or 5 himself, if we're being fair and honest. If they don't split hairs, let's be realistic. They just didn't want him having it. There was no hairs to split. Obviously, you made a case his first year in Miami. You could have made a case the 2 other years he won a chip in 01, 02. Could have split a co-MVP with Allen Iverson. Could have. Should have had about 4 or 5. I mean, because his dominance. Jokic is a unique talent. And yes, he's, better than Joel Embiid. I'll say that, obviously. And Giannis, those guys kind of come up with conversation style-wise and what have you. However, it ain't like Denver's a juggernaut. Jamal Murray is underrated. And you can make a case, does he belong, I don't know, somewhere in the 12, the 15, and 16 best players in the league, if you get to a point. However, they're not, and Aaron Gordon came a long ways. I can't even get his name right, but Aaron Gordon's come a long ways trying to say his name right. But they're not a juggernaut. They're not this team that has been in and out of the trenches. Some people who want to trip on Shaq and say, well, he wasn't in shape or he this and that. The man went to 4 finals in 5 years. From his time with the Lakers to Miami. And got hurt in that Eastern Conference Finals in 2015. The only reason why he didn't go to finals against the Spurs was a threat. For how many years? So until Jokic can put up that kind of body of work with consistency, regular season dominance, we're going to make cases for a lot of people. But when we're looking at totality, I have to disagree with D-Fish. D-Fish, you got to understand better than that. Jokic is not running the league like that. He's not. He's not. Now, if he can win another ring or two, we can make a case with him moving up the chain. But he got to have at least, for my standards, he got to have 3 chips and then 3 finals. Then I can make a case with the league MVPs and all that. I'll make a stronger case for him. But until he gets to another one or the second or third one, I can't say that compared to no Shaquille O'Neal. Because Shaq put the work in for years. And you can make the case, scoring titles. You don't even talk about that. Win percentage, we don't talk about that. Plus also the fact it was a different league. It's a different league. So, and I do think Jokic is a special talent. Don't get it twisted. He's in the top 10 greatest centers ever. He's somewhere in the 7th slot or something like that. But he's not in the same conversation with no Shaquille O'Neal for no dominance. You gotta stop with that. They gotta stop this nonsense. Even D-Fish you can let him get a couple more finals, then we can talk. Let him win a couple more rings, then we can make that conversation. We can't have that conversation now. You cannot compare a guy who was the last person to three-peat in the finals and went to 4 finals in 5 years and was a dominant force, imposed his will to this. Just saying. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another share. If you like, hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay true, stay honest, stay true. Whole. I'm out. Peace.